And today we're going to be using my Daniel Defense Mark 18 to show you something really cool, and that's the Fostech Echo 2 AR trigger. And what this trigger is going to give you the awesome capability of doing is you're going to have 3 different positions. And what it's going to do is you're going to have safe, you're going to have semi, which is going to be your normal one shot, one pull, and then echo mode, which is the fun switch gets flipped on that one, and this is going to give you a shot on pull and release. So it's going to give you extremely high rates of fire and still be semi-automatic, and this trigger is ATF approved. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the trigger first. All clear. And it's pretty wild how it looks. We'll try to give you a good view of it. It's really nasty and dirty in there because we've been shooting a lot suppressed with it and having fun with it. But you see, typical hammer, but you've got these 2 additional springs here. And this piece on the back is actually what activates your trigger. Now this is the Echo 2, which means that it's the 2nd generation. If you have an Echo 1, or if you've read about the Echo 1, then you will know that you had to have a special bolt carrier group or modify your own bolt carrier group in order for it to work. That's because this little trigger activator right here did not function properly with M16 bolt carrier groups. So what they did is they went back and they redesigned this, and now it works with your standard bolt carrier group inside of your AR. And if you have an older Echo 1, you can get the upgraded piece for I think about $25 from Fostech. So it's good that they have that. And we'll put this thing back together, and what you have to do is you have to shotgun your rifle. And to put it back together, you're going to push that trigger activator forward. You're going to squeeze the trigger and hold it down. Then you can close your upper and put your back pin in. And then we'll just cock it, make sure everything's good to go. Fires. Alright, so before we start shooting it, we'll show you what all the different modes look like. Here's safe. Of course, nothing happens. Semi, one pull, bang, one pull, bang. Then echo mode, we're going to go bang, weapon's going to cycle, release, bang again. And here in just a short few minutes, you're going to get to see how impressive this trigger really is. Now before I start shooting, like I said earlier, this rifle is pretty dirty right now. I haven't taken time to clean it. I just sprayed some lube on it. Hopefully we won't have any nasty buildup failures like I've had the last couple of times. It hasn't been very bad, but if we do, it's because I need to clean my rifle. So let's get a magazine loaded up and see what this bad chicken to do. Alright guys, so we got a magazine loaded up. One thing I forgot to mention was if you're firing this weapon in the echo mode and you squeeze and you fire that shot and you've decided that you don't want to fire the second shot, what you can do is, as long as you keep that finger squeezed in, you can reach over and you can turn it to semi or to safe and release that trigger, and it's not going to fire the second shot. So that's a really nice feature about it. So if you're in echo mode, you don't have to fire that second shot unless you want to, but let's face it, who's not going to want to fire it? So we'll show you the semi first. You see, just like normal AR-15. Then we'll flip it over to echo mode. And see, that's going to give you one shot for each trigger movement, and we'll show you what it will really do. Magazine's empty. And as you can see, that's pretty much as close to full auto fire as you're going to get without having a licensed machine gun. And let's face it, that's wicked. So who doesn't want this thing? And while we're at it, I've already melted my suppressor wrap, so I might as well melt it the rest of the way. We'll just go ahead and dump another magazine. I messed up my rhythm a little bit there, but once you practice with this thing, man, you can lay down some firepower. So there it is, guys. There's the Fostech Echo 2 trigger. Quite possibly the most awesome thing that I've ever tested in an AR-15. This trigger is just phenomenal. So if you're interested in getting one of these triggers, know that you can pretty much buy a rifle for what this trigger costs. Fostech, I believe, is retailing this for either $469, $479, right in there somewhere. We're selling this for a little bit less than that. So I do have a few of them coming in stock. So if you're wanting one of these triggers, you're interested in one, make sure you call the shop and let us know. We'll get you hooked up, and we can even put it in for you. They're kind of a pain to install, but once you figure it out, then you're good to go. But for a final little surprise, we got something over here. We're shooting something cool, we might as well blow something up too. We're going to blow up this watermelon with a couple of pounds of some really cool tannerite. It should be a pretty big boom. So we'll get it set up, we'll blow some stuff up, and that'll be it for the day. Alright, let's see if I can hit this target on the first try and blow up this watermelon. Probably not, but we'll try it anyway. And I still got a whole magazine left, so why not? There you go, guys. Fostech Echo trigger in all of its glory, blowing stuff up. What else can you ask for?